In this video, we bring you an intermediate West Coast swing move.
What's up, everybody? It's Benji Blue Shoes and
Miss Megan.
It is just Megan and I. So, Benji Blue Shoes, I have a tendency to wear a lot of blue shoes.
Yes.
I haven't gotten blue boots yet, though. That's coming. I don't know if Emily's going to let me wear them on the competition floor or not. We'll see. They would match everything else so well.
You know.
It's just Megan and I in the studio tonight, so it's a little crazy in here. By that I mean we're just a little crazy. Nobody to regulate our craziness.
I don't think that depends on this right now. I think we're just a little crazy, but that's cool.
We have our computer over here to answer questions as we go. So feel free to type in your questions. We're going to answer them in between or while we're showing moves. We'll go over there, look at it, answer questions afterwards. So, ready to get started?
Yep.
All right. We are going to be working off the premise of over rotations tonight. So we're going to be doing 3 different moves with our over rotations. We are going to start off with just a hustle whip to talk through the over rotation and kind of what it looks like. So basic hustle whip first. We have a 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Footwork real quick?
Sure.
Perfect. Leaders, basic whip footwork for us. We're going to go back on an angle for 1, together for 2. We're going to triple 3 and across the slot for 4, if I can talk. And then we're going to go together for 5, walk 6, triple 7, and 8 from the other side. We have a 1, 2, 3, and 4, walk 5, walk 6, and a 7, and 8. As far as the lead for this goes, we are going to J-hook our left hand. We have both hands here. We're going to J-hook that left hand. We're going to bring our follow through. We're going to go 1, 2, feed our follow back, 3, and bring them forward for 4. And then we're going to flip our follow around for 5, walk 6, anchor 7, and 8.
Hustle whip.
Hustle whip.
Okay, so guess what, followers? Our footwork is exactly the same as our regular whip. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Turn around for 5, 6, 7, and 8. One more time from the side. We have 1, turn, 2, back, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I will do it one time from the other side. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Turn, 5, step 6, 7, and 8.
Awesome. All right, moving on from this. If you need any help with the hustle whip, we do have a video up. I think it's like 15 whips you need to know or something along those lines. Check it out, West Coast Swing Online. Go to YouTube, type in 15 whips or whips that you need to know. You'll find the video.
I don't know.
It was a lot. All right, from here, we're going to take our hustle whip and we're going to add an outside turn with the leader's right hand. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. For the leaders, it's the same footwork. We are taking our right hand up and over the follow's head on 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. From here, I'm going to start feeding my right hand up and over 5, 6, 7, and 8.
I almost tripped on myself. All right, so followers, all this is a whip with an outside turn for us. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to turn for 5, which is normal. We're going to turn for 6 and then anchor around 7 and 8. So again, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Turn 5, step 6 around 7 and 8.
All right. Let's do that from the other side real quick, just so we can get both sides. Sorry. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, that is our basic hustle whip and a hustle whip with an outside turn. Moving on to the intermediate part of the class. We are now going to add an over rotation with this. It's going to look like this. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, 1, and 2, and a 3, and 4. All right, from the other side, is that this side? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, 1, and 2, and a 3, and 4. Do you want to go over the followers part first?
Sure.
Are you going to count to 10?
Yeah. All right, so followers, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6. Right here, they're going to take us further around for 7 and 8. And we're going to be forward. So let's do that much one more time. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Turn 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now we're just going to do an inside turn. So we have triple step and anchor step. Didn't count. We have a running joke that he counts in straight 8s, and I tend to count the whole pattern. You know.
It's a lot of fun whenever one of us is counting straight 8s and starts over at 1 and the other keeps going to 10.
I'm not done.
Oh, you're not done.
I'm going to go from this side. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Inside turn. 1 and 2,
hey.
3 and 4.
Leaders for us, I'm going to do my footwork with Megan because it will make more sense. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6. Notice here on 6, sorry, Megan. Notice here on 6, I haven't stepped back in the slot. And the reason why is because I'm about to bring Megan back through in the same place, so I don't want to get in her way. We are going to take our right hand through, and we're going to just triple beneath ourselves for 7 and 8. We're going to take that right hand through and forward, putting our follows on their left foot forward. From here, we are going to triple back with our left foot. 1 and 2 connect, 3 and 4. From the other side, yeah, it's this side. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4. We walk 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1 and 2, 3, and 4.
Followers, what I want to point out about this footwork, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6. You're always going to be trying to do the simplest version of a pattern. So you're going to try to anchor, and it's the leader that's pulling you out of this anchor and over-rotating.
Yes. Leaders for us, let's talk about that over-rotation a little bit, because if we try too hard, it's not going to work very well. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6. From here, if we think about our normal patterns, if we were to just triple this out, our hand would stay because that is our post on 6. As we come through this, if I can get you forward on whichever foot that is, thanks. What that means is that we are going to leave this hand here as we rotate our follow through on the first 2 steps of the anchor. So 7 and. Notice how in the relationship to us, that hasn't changed. That allows Megan to connect back. And then I move it forward in order to pull her forward on her foot. Okay? If we do that from the other side, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6. Notice this comes through, 7 and 8. And then from here, it's a free spin for the follows, and we just triple it out for the leads. 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4. It should look very familiar if we did an inside turn and we did 1, 2. Exact same position. And then we go 3 and 4 and a 5 and 6. All right, let's check real quick, see if we have any questions on that.
Cool. We do like questions, so if you have any, type them in. Let us know. We'll answer them.
Joan,
we even ran over on our last class.
So the question is it a rock and go? And we had this conversation before the class. In my opinion, no, it is not a rock and go. It's actually a different thing for the leaders to use. And the reason why is this. If we do a hustle whip, just a normal hustle whip, from here, I have the ability, my follower and I are connected away on our 6, and then I have the ability to actually rock that step. We do end up in the same position, so I could do a rock and go to here, and then free spin that out. We do end up in the same position, but it's the action that causes the difference or makes the difference in my mind. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6. Because this is a continual rotation for the follow, it's not a rock and go. She's continually rotating around.
I'm never actually rocking on this, so Ben pulled me over to his way of thinking. It's not a rock and go. We did argue about this before class.
So we debated it, not argued. We get along great. So it's not a rock and go. It's a different thing. It's a different tool. And this is a really good place to learn it because we're about to do it in a couple of other places that The feeling will be the same for the follow, but it's completely different for the leader. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. We start the rotation, we continue the rotation, and then we bring the follow all the way through. All right. Moving on, we are now going to do this from a whip with an outside turn. It's going to be more complicated for the leader, though. Exact same thing for the follow. Let's do it from this side.
Are we going backwards in level of hardness?
No, we started with the easy one.
Okay.
Yeah, the whip, because this one I have to cross the slot. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4.
Hey.
Whenever I lead this, I take it back to close. It's a different pattern. So from this side, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4.
Followed that time.
You did. It was great. Let's talk about the leader's footwork because it is very different for us. The goal is still the same. We are still aiming to get the follow forward on that left foot on 8 so that way they can do a free spin out of it. But how we do it is completely different. So we're starting off with our whip footwork for the beginning of it. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Raise that left hand for 4. We're going to lead the outside turn for 5, 6. From here, we are still connected with this left hand. We are using the left hand to over-rotate the follow. 7 and 8. And we are trading the left hand to have the hip catch with the right hand. Okay? Let's do that again. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Talking about the footwork just a little bit. As we come through, so we'll start at the beginning. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're still going to take our 5 down the slot. Our 6 is still going to step back into the slot. So that is still the same. We're going to use our 7 and 8 to slowly move ourselves out of the way as we catch our follow. Now, notice my 8 is going forward. The reason for that is because I have to be able to place this 8 wherever it needs to go to be comfortable as the follow connects their hip into my hand. Then from here, we're going to rotate over that right shoulder, and we're just going to move 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4. Watch this with a partner. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4. Another thing you'll probably notice, I actually never take my right hand off of Megan whenever we go through this. So, can you see from the side? No, you can't.
I don't know.
Gotta go back to the side. So as we're going through this, my right hand goes from her shoulder and then it goes to the hip. It never really lets go. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4 from here. 5, 6. Notice how, sorry. Notice how I'm still here. I'm still connected. And then we go 7 and 8. Apologies as I knock Megan over. From here, we take our right elbow, move it down the slot. 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4.
All right, so followers, footwork-wise, we are doing a basic whip, so we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're doing an outside turn, 5, 6. Here's where it's a little different, 7, and you're gonna feel their hand on your back, and really you can't take another step back, so you're going to step forward without really fully going all the way forward. Okay, so let's do that much one more time. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So I'm still connecting to this hand on my back, but I am stepped forward on that foot, and then I'm going to turn 1 and 2, 3, and 4. So let's do that from this side. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1 and 2, 3, and 4. And I'll talk about the arm in a minute.
Yep. So one thing I do want to harp on for the leader, let's get a little bit closer, is what Megan said. We want to be very careful on our 8. And you noticed me, I wasn't paying quite enough attention to it earlier, and Megan almost fell over. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and. From here, you're getting that connection on the and then you're putting her back for 8. So you have the connection on the and of 7, and then you put her back forward on her left foot for 8. Okay? And then we spin her out 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4. Let's do it from this side real quick.
Cool.
And then talk about
Sure.
how to not hit your people in the head. We have 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4.
Cool. Do you have more?
Nope.
Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. If you've noticed in yesterday's classes, if Ben is in front of me, you can't see me at all. All right. So followers, from this point on count 8, when you are turning and you need your elbows and whatnot to go past your partner, you either want to go really close, like to where your spins would normally be. I'll do it under Ben's arms since that's more normal, but this amount of space they should be used to. Don't have your hands out or elbows high. We don't spin like that. But if your arms do need to go up, they have to go straight up as you're going past, so that as you go past, your elbow does not hit your partner. So if we did this on count 1, this is going to go straight up. So 1 and 2, 3 and 4.
Yep. Leaders, from our part on that, we should always know where the follow's elbows are. And the reason why is because we're connected to this hand, so we know where this elbow is. If this hand goes up where it's supposed to, you should know where that is. And what's one of the brilliant things about people? In general, we're proportionate. Which means that if I know where this elbow is and how far away from it Megan, her right elbow is, then I also have a pretty good idea of how far away her left elbow is. So I'm able to dodge it too.
All right, so...
One more time?
One more time.
We have 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4.
Cool.
All right, let's check for questions on this one. Nothing on the Facebook.
No Facebook questions. That looks like a long question. Or maybe 2.
Do we ever use the
I'm
triple
blind.
travel roll in our patterns? Because that's one of my favorite ones. Mike, we just answered how to not get hit in the face by your partner. So let us know if that didn't answer that one for you. Perfect. And then, do we ever use the triple travel with roll in our patterns? I don't know what the triple travel with the roll is. Do you?
No.
No.
For this move?
No, just in general. Do you know what a triple travel with the roll is? Because I do not.
No. If you want to maybe describe what you mean in that, we'll try to answer your question.
Yes. Or if you just want it to be something that we cover in a video, you can always send it to Brian at West Coast Swing Online? Or is it Brian
Yes.
B?
Brian at westcoastswingonline.com.
Yes. You can
Email me.
Yep.
I'm really the one that answers them.
So you can send it there if that's a suggestion or something that you want to see taught. Send it there with the description of how to do it.
Yes,
and then,
with some detail.
yeah, and we'll be
good.
able to do a video on it. All right, from here, trying to decide, there's a train outside and it ruined my train of thought.
I've never heard it go that long.
I know, right? So from here, I'm going to change it up on Megan just a little bit.
Oh, no.
We are going to do a timing change with what we just did. Okay? So instead of 5, 6, 7, and 8, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. That's not going to work. Hang on. It's 8 and 5, 6. Sorry, it's 8 and 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, and 3. This still doesn't work. Still doesn't work. I didn't just do that on live video. We're going to do what we normally planned. We're going to do a tuck because I can't remember how that pattern works off the top of my head. This is how the tuck works. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. Ben is messing things up. This is the and 5.
It's okay.
1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, and 8, 1, and 2.
There you go.
It is a rough Wednesday.
Is it Wednesday?
It is Wednesday.
Jesus.
Yeah. Apologies for all of that. We are going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, and 8, and a 1, and 2. Okay. Talk through the leader's footwork first. we're going to do our normal tuck footwork. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Here we're going to over-rotate our follow on the tuck. We're actually going to accelerate it as well. So we're going to have our follows do and 5. We're going to lead and 5 with the left hand, and 5. Right foot goes forward on 5. We're going to replace back on 6 and then triple it out. 7, 8, sorry, we're not going to triple out, we're going to walk, 7, 8, and then we can triple it out, 1 and 2. All right, so watch that one time. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, and 8, and a 1, and 2.
Don't get confused because he counted 7 and 8.
Yes, 7 and 8 for the follows. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. It is 6, 7, 8, 1, and 2 for the leaders.
Advanced male footwork right there.
Yes, being able to count one thing in your head and do something different with your feet.
Yes.
Talking about the lead, so we are going to end up in a hammerlock position with our follow. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. From here, the lead happens with that right hand. Remember, whenever we do a hammerlock, we take our hand and we put it to the floor and we let the follow's arm fold naturally to where we want it to go. From here, we aren't pulling on this arm at all in order to turn our follow. We're actually more leading with the hip as we replace, and then off we go. Notice it's a free spin, and off Megan goes. So from this side, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, replace 6, walk 7, 8, a 1, and 2.
All right, my turn. I'm going to go from this side. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to bring our feet together for and 5. You will be led in the acceleration there. So let's do that again. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to go a little faster for and 5. They will replace our weight for 6. And then we're going to turn 7 and 8, 1 and 2.
Hey!
Aren't you proud? I'll do it from this side. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. Replace 6, 7, and 8, 9, and 10. Just for you, Ben.
She's so kind and caring. So if we do that together again, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, and 8, and a 1, and 2. This one's a good one for us to do with our backs to the camera, so we'll start with me first.
You might be able to not see Benji's head, but
yeah, you know. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, and 8, and a 1, and 2. Megan's turn. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, and 8, and a 1, and 2.
So followers, when we're in this position, and we're going to spin back out, same thing applies. Arm goes straight up. I have a tendency to keep my hand behind my back. It doesn't have to stay there. It just is comfy, so I leave it there. But as you turn, it can totally turn back out as well. Just make sure it doesn't go up, because you could hit your leader.
Yeah, don't do that.
Or hands.
Yeah, not a good thing.
No.
Anything else on this pattern?
I do not.
Nope, I don't either.
Oh, actually I do. Make sure you connect.
Of course.
Hey, it's my thing. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. I am making sure that really I'm connected to my own arm, but I'm connected to the leader's hand right here so that I can feel, and like Ben said, if leaders don't rotate this, because the follower's turn does not start on count 6. Okay, so you want to make sure that they are forward on this foot, but their side is still back so that they can turn for whatever count this is into 1 and 2.
Do you think about connecting more with your arm or with your side in that position?
Ooh, good question. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. I am connecting my right side into this connection, which happens to be all the way across my back because of my arm being there, but as a rule, I'm connecting my right side back even when I'm put forward onto my left foot.
Yes. I bring that up because what I don't want followers to do is I don't want you to try and connect through that shoulder. If you try to connect through, keep that forward, but you're pulling here to try and connect that.
Gotcha.
You are going to end up pulling whatever this muscle is if you try to connect with that because of how quickly this direction change happens.
Yeah, there's not a lot of tension in my actual arm, and I'm not pulling away or this direction. I'm just settling in backwards to that connection.
Perfect. I saw that we had some typing. Rock and go again. So again,
the rock and go.
It is
we like our rock and
similar to a rock and go, but a rock and go would be something where we're connected, and then I send my follow back and bring them forward. To where what we're doing here is the rotation is what's causing the connection. So we're not connected away from each other and using that away connection to move into a pattern. Yes, we are ending up in the same position with the follow left or on their left foot, but we are not getting there in the same way.
I will say, followers, as you're dancing, it's going to feel like a rock and go because that's just the feel that you're getting from all of these, whether it's a rock and go or an over rotation, because you're taught, whether we do a sugar push or whatever else, if this is a rock and go, you're taught to anchor step or do whatever you're feeling from that. So I'm trying to anchor, but Ben's pulling me forward and into this next step. Same thing's happening on this over rotation. I'm trying to anchor and he's pulling me forward, but it's created because of that
the
rotation, not a step and go.
Yes, and it's like Megan was saying, you'll feel it more from the leader's position because I can't lead from this position. If I try to lead Megan back, first of all, I can't because we're not in the right place to do a rock and go here. We're still not in the right place to do a rock and go. I'm actually stopping her weight and then bringing her forward. So I'm catching her in the rotation and stopping her momentum and her weight and then changing her direction.
Good.
Cool. Hey, Janet. How's the UK doing tonight? Let's see here.
Might not be night.
All right, that is all the questions that we have.
All the questions. So let's go over our moves. Which side do you want?
Oh, yeah. We'll start from this side.
Okay. What's our first
We have our hustle whip with an over rotation into a free spin. We have a 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4. From this side, we have a 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4. From here, we did a whip with an outside turn, normal timing. Not the crazy stuff I tried to do earlier. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4.
Totally got the top of your head.
Yeah, it's fine. My hair is really tall right now. Getting a haircut tomorrow. I'll look different on Friday. From this side, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4.
Up through that
Hey. And then we took that over rotation concept and we threw it into our tuck. We also changed the timing just a little bit. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. For our follows, the footwork is going to be 6, 7, and 8, and a 1 and 2. Leader's footwork, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, and 2. There we go.
All right, so that is our class for tonight. We are from West Coast Swing Online, but we do have countrydanceonline.com and socialdanceonline.com. If you are interested in any of those and getting a move of the week, just go to those sites, put your email in. You can also create a free membership if you like. And our move of the week is not really a move of the week. It's like an every other week, but it's cool. And if you want to do the free membership, you get about 50 free videos between West Coast Swing, two-step, cha-cha, East Coast, and more dances are coming eventually. Yeah, Anything else?
Check out the t-shirts on the link below in YouTube. So scroll on down. There's going to be a little slidey bar. Emily's put a lot of time into putting those together. Some really fun ideas.
Get my Get Connected t-shirt. Or there's also Got Connection? Question mark. Guess it would go this way. Also, just hit our subscribe button or give us a thumbs up. And we'll see you soon. No?
Yep, and don't forget Saturday we're going to have Mr. Jonathan Baumeister out here, or not out here. He will be on Skype, but we're going to be doing a Skype call with Jonathan. He has been in the dance community for, I'm not going to tell his age, but a while. But he's been in the West Coast swing scene. He's been in the country scene. He's a professional. He's competed. He has students, and he's also DJ'd. So he has a wide variety of things. And he, as the rest of us, has been impacted by all of the COVID-19 things that have been going on. So be sure to tune in for that. Bring any questions that you have for Jonathan. It's going to be a lot of fun. He's one of my great friends. He's known him for quite a few years now, and I am looking forward to it.
And if you have any other questions, send them to brian@westcoastswingonline.com, and we can get to them on Friday for your questions answered. We'll see you soon.
Bye.